Okay guys, it's some of the initial staining going on, last bit here. Look at those. Granted, see how that post right there is super dry, hasn't been stained yet, and the railing's all white because it hasn't been stained. So yeah, so granted, sometimes my camera doesn't always make things that look the way they're supposed to. Like I can see right now that it's really blending nice, but on the camera, these two 4x4s are pretty bright. So in real life, I can assure you that they're not as bright as they seem looking through the viewfinder. But again, that is kind of what it is. We can only stain as much as we can. You can see the outside of this. It's all wet through here, and then there it stops. So we're doing the outside of this rail right now. So it kind of lets you really see what it does if you look at the two differences on the right and onto the left. Doesn't seem, you know, kind of like, are they actually staining anything? But yeah, it's because of the fact that the natural is pretty much basically see-through. So you know, it takes a lot more stain, but it's okay. It is what it is. And so we're moving along on that. Look at these steps. Oh, those look gorgeous, huh? These guys are done. Let me get away from the overspray so I don't wipe out my new work camera. This side is done. Deck as well, except for all the stuff that's falling out of the trees on our deck. It's not going to stick though. But see how the railing comes out, a nice little shine with that stain. And granted, that's going to go away, but still, it makes it look new. Makes it look really nice. Let me see if I can back up. Get you guys a good view from out here. Still, there is shiny spots because it is wet. Yeah, we're moving along. Pretty much the entire house has all been stained. It's just a lot of everything underneath's done. It's just a lot of stain because the natural is not covering. So we're really kind of going back and attacking it again and again and again. So it's kind of the nature of the beast. You can only go at it so many times. The wood will only accept so much. So until it just doesn't dry. So we have to go slow. We have to do it and then move to the next part and then do it and then move to the next part. But I mean, that's gorgeous. Look at that. So here's one of my questions. This is video 2. The first video will be the one that we took this morning. It's about lunchtime right now. So here's something that we should take a look at. That beam has been stained 4 times. And it is not going to match the rest of the house. So the option on that beam, we could stop it right at the fascia, you know, just stop it there. We don't want to take it in. We just want to stop it right there. And the idea would be to paint it into the fascia, to paint it green and just make a nice line right there. And we do that often if we run into something that's just structurally it's just going to look like that, and paint will at least seal it for good. So that's our theory on that. That's a question for you to answer, so think about that. So that's one thing to think about. I'm going to send this video. I'm going to sneak down the hill here in a minute and buy some more stain. Use my phone. Look at those stairs. They're so nice. He does nice work. And so all we have is this little piece under here. We are going to do stain number 5 up there because that is still very, very dry. That sun is just beating that area up. So what we're going to do is coat number 5 up there, and we're going to coat number 3 or 4, I don't know where we're at on this. We're going to shoot this and burn off the last bit of stain that we have in the machine, and we're going to shoot that. And then just because I wanted to try to get a really nice appearance on that garage, but that takes the real brunt of the sun. So obviously the more stain we can put on it, the better. The more stain, you know, means the longer it lasts. So that's awesome. So that's gorgeous. The sun makes them look pretty shiny in the viewfinder, but yeah, underneath we're all shot and everything. So you can kind of tell how we're moving down this line. So We got one machine that's going to start running into here right now. I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to go get some more stain. This house is thirsty. You can just kind of look at the two different, that's stained and that beam is not. So that's what's happening up here. So the decks came out gorgeous. We're putting a heavy second coat with a spray on the decks as well, just because we can. Look at that beam he just did. Look how different it is from how dried out it was before. So again, question would be that guy right there. I think, you know, that should be, if it was me, I think we should take it green. It can't take any more stain. We tried to sand on it. We've tried. It's not going to take any more stain, and we don't want that to soak any water in it. So the theory would be to stain the snout out of it as we did, and then tomorrow when we tie up some trim, we'll just do that. We're trying to make sure everything on the house is pretty much done today and tomorrow, because we're supposed to have some. We're supposed to actually have some rain for the next 2 days. So I'm going to call you on that. Hey, look, Mr. John Berger as we speak. So yeah, so that's what's going on here. Just kind of like letting you guys know what's up, and then I will take another video in the morning and maybe send that down for lunch tomorrow. All right, goodbye.